Good evening, everybody. I'm Chandrabanu Bhuyan, the chairman of Quest. Welcome you to the live session or the postmortem of the State Bank of India psychometric test 2022-23. As for the first time, as I introduced, State Bank of India introduced the psychometric test. And this day, on the 19th of March 2023, on 12:30, the psychometric test conducted in all over India, and in Odisha it is also conducted in Ripilsoft, that is Ion Digital Ripilsoft Mancheshwar branch. Some around 140 students appeared for the psychometric test in Mancheshwar Ion Digital, that is called the Ripilsoft Center, and all are from Odisha. And first of all, it is my heartiest congratulations to all the aspirants who qualified for the exam and given the psychometric test. There are a lot of hue and cry going on in the YouTube, Facebook. A lot of national level faculties are saying the psychometric test is conducted like this, but this has come to an end. As I suggested to my students, to the questions, that psychometric test in State Bank of India, there is no math, no reasoning, no GK, no comprehension. It completely depends upon the organizational behavior. As per my experience for the last, from 98 to 2023, I used my experience. I told my students that this psychometric test going to be like this way, and the same is happening this psychometric test of State Bank of India today. As the timing set by SBI, it is 12:30 the reporting time, and 12:30 to 1:30 is the reporting time. The exam starts at 2 p.m. and ends at 1:30. Ends at 3:30. That means it's a session of 90 minutes. As I earlier mentioned, as I earlier advised to the students, that if it is a 90-minute session, 90-minute exam session, obviously the question is more in psychometric, because the number of questions in State Bank of India this year in psychometric in 90 minutes, the number of questions set up by State Bank of India and IBPS is 199 questions. The 199 questions, all the psychometric questions are divided into 4 parts. All right, all are organizational behavior questions, all are the situational based questions, but it is divided into 4 sessions. The first session is 23 questions, which carries only 2 options, either agree or disagree. 23 questions carries only 2 options, either agree or disagree. Then another 10 questions are there. It carries 5 options, as I discussed in the previous night: strongly agree, strongly disagree, agree, disagree, and cannot say. The same pattern is followed by State Bank of India and the IBPS for the psychometric test. It is 10 questions, then it is 120 questions, then it is 46 questions. Out of the 196 questions, the scheduling is 23, 120, 10, and 46. Again, I repeated, 23, then it is 120, then it is 10, then it is 46. And the questions are very simple. Actually, in the class, I already discussed the long varieties of questions, particularly the CAT varieties, particularly the CDS varieties, and the NDS varieties. But in the exam, the question is a little bit of easier. That's why the students are doing well in the psychometric test. Those who attend my classes in Quest, that how the psychometric will be done. I have given them the 8 key factors. Whenever you are given any psychometric test, you follow the 8 key factors, which are the winning habits, which are the leadership quality, which are the planning, management, everything I introduced to my students, and they're doing very well in the psychometric test. So if the time is over, now the psychometric is over, we come to the GD, GE, GD or GE or and PI. Remember, PI is another important factor. PI carries 30 marks in State Bank of India and GE carries 20 marks. in any categories, whether you are a general category student or a reserve category student or a OBC category students, the mark gap among the student is very less. Remember, the number of seat is some around 1800, but the qualifying candidate is some around 6000. Means from every 3 candidate, one will get selected and other 2 are rejected. That means your possibility of selection is only 33 till 1 by 3%. So do not take lightly the interview or the GD or PI. According to my experience, SBI, if you score 20 plus mark in the written, again you are not sure to crack the State Bank of India. That is the cream in State Bank of India is handling. You cannot give the guarantee my cutoff mark is 20 plus, I'll get a selection in State Bank of India. It is completely wrong. And I have the proof, I have the scorecards of the previous students who are rejected in State Bank of India scoring 20 plus mark in the written. Again, contradictory to my statement, I have the report cards of the students who score just cut up but cleared the State Bank of India by scoring 50 out of 50 in the interview. That's why I am saying, to make it fruitful, to make this interview fruitful, Quest already launched its SBI PO batch, having the greatest, having the most experience, not only in Odisha, but also in India, the most experience. This is my challenge to anybody. Panel members from the State Bank of India, from the IBPS, from the regional and rural banks, every sphere we are taking some of the most beautiful person who taken the interview of 5 or 6 panels in any sphere. They are the panel members of our institutions. So my dear friends, those who are interested to join the GDPI of State Bank of India, as you also know, the record of Quest in State Bank of India, 70% students who are got selected in State Bank of India from Bhubaneswar are from Quest. And this is my challenge to anybody. So be serious. Hope the interview will start on the first week of April. On the first week of April, remember, the interview and GDPI will start on the first week of April. So be confident and prepare for the GDPI. Thank you very much for watching the live session.